Hello everyone and welcome back to Dinkum. My name is Melanie B. We are now on to episode 27 of our Cenolla Speedwell series. This time we are going to be building a large field, and in that field we are going to be planting a lot of sugarcane and wheat. Now let's get started on Sunday the 15th. Here is a tour of the area that we are building in. And basically we are gonna just flatten this entire area. And we're gonna call this the Flatland Field. So on this area we have basically the grasslands, and then we have a bit of area that's kind of like tropical. So in the grassland area, that's where we are gonna build the field. And in the tropical area, that's where we're gonna build a library, Cenolla's library, Cenolla's history. Okay, so we spent the entire day flattening. And off to bed we go. And the next day we're back to doing the exact same thing, flattening the area. And now once we are done with the flattening, we're just gonna make a little bit of a waterway. So we're kind of separating the grassland area because it's so massive. So we're gonna cut it off by putting a little waterway in here. We're gonna make it 2 levels deep. And off to bed we go. Now we headed over to Rain. I decided to get some sugarcane and some wheat seeds. Just got 500 of each. Now we're gonna fence around the area that we are gonna plant our crop. We're gonna fence it in so no animals can get in and eat anything. And right here we're just going to make a little separation for the balboa trees. I wanted to preserve as many of them as I could, so I kind of just sectioned them off that way. Now we're continuing with our fencing. And now we're creating another waterway, but this time it's on the northern side. The northern side is kind of connected to the tropical area, whereas the southern side we were just sectioning off the grassland area. And we're making this too deep again into the water. Off to bed we go. Next day we headed it to John's shop. Now we didn't actually head to John's shop. I moved John's shop out to a tree farm that I had. On this tree farm I cut down so many trees that I got a lot of hives. So I think we sold about 47 hives. And now we're going to take the tractor and plow up the land. And now we're done with the tractor for a bit. We're gonna put down some pathing. I want to have some way to get across from one side of the field to the other that's not interrupted by the field itself. So we're gonna put down some hardwood pathing to get into town. And now that we love passing this down, we can get back on our tractor and plow up the rest of this area. Okay, and we are gonna start planting some more seeds. Now, I wanted to have both the wheat and the sugarcane just because they're both yearly crops, so they won't die. But I just wanted them to be both there so there's a little bit of variety. I'm kind of trying to do about 3 rows of each, but it's also kind of random too. It doesn't take long before I'm out of seeds, so up to bed we go. Next day, we are going back to rain so we can buy even more seeds. And back to plowing the land. And now it's a rainy day, and we are going to have to rely on the rain to actually water these crops. Because we're not going to manually water these by hand. There's no way. There's just way too many of them. So we're going to have to use a bottle of plow to summon the rain for a few days. Navigating with this tractor can sometimes be a little tricky. Okay, let's get back to planting some more. Okay, off to bed. Let's summon the rain again though. Okay, so next day we are going to be working on the tropical region. Now over here is where we're going to have our library built. And down this path we're going to maybe have a little river. Yeah, let's do that. Got to cut down some mangrove trees. And we're gonna connect the river over to this waterway over here. Probably gonna make this too deep, but let's make another path heading up north as well. And there's gonna be a divergence over here. and one going up in this region. Now it's time for my favorite activity, planting trees. So we got some palmwoods planted already, but we're gonna add some coral acacias over here too. And we have some spinifex tuft as well. Now we're actually starting to run really low on spinifex tuft. We're gonna have to wait some of those resources grow back in the tropics. So we're using them sparingly in this build. Okay, and we're gonna plant some trees on this hill. We're gonna do a lot of bananas. And we're gonna add in some palm trees as well. And even some bush lime seeds. So it's gonna be a very fruity mountain. Now let's get those seeds in the dirt. And here we are building another tiny little mountain. This one is gonna house a bunch of coconut trees and a few bush limes as well. And get these all planted. And on this side, this is closer to the giant fields. We're gonna plant some more trees here. We got bananas, we got coconuts, we got spinifex tufts, and we also got some river reed seeds planted here. Off to bed, and now time for the tour. Okay, well that is going to be it for this week's episode. If you happen to enjoy this video, please hit the like button, and thank you very much for watching.